Welcome to Seeing Beyond, Living Transformed, a space to connect with spiritual insights, open-minded perspective, and healing transformation. Hosts Kelley Eckhart and Cheryl Murphy are working evidential psychic mediums, spiritual teachers, and published authors who are coming together in friendship and teamwork to serve through the energy of spirit, healing, and animal communication. Each week, we invite you to join in a mixture of candid discussions, visits from guests and experts, intuitive development, and live readings to encourage everyone while exploring their multifaceted spiritual path. Come ready with questions and curiosities. And now, here are your hosts, Cheryl Murphy and Kelley Eckhart.
Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to our show today. If you haven't noticed, we have a special guest today. Hello, Diane.
Hey,
Hi, Diane.
Cheryl, it's so good to be here. Thank you so much.
It's great to have you. And, everyone, if you're joining our show, thank you so much for joining in. As you log on our show that's live today, please share, subscribe, follow. We really appreciate your support. And we're always trying to build this community of spiritual light workers and healers of all kinds. But for our show today, Kelley Eckhart is not here with us today. She is out of town, but we do have a wonderful guest today. We have Diane Burton, who is an amazing evidential medium. I have done fundraising events with Diane, and I certainly work alongside her to where I can certainly recommend her, whether she's a spiritual mentor, a spiritual teacher, or offering readings. So Diane, welcome to the show. And for everyone who hasn't met you, you have been here once before, and we were able to do some readings last time. So for everyone listening later on in the show, and we'll announce that we'll be doing some readings today.
Yes. And thank you so much, Cheryl, for, I call this an opportunity when our energies right now, everybody collecting together our energies, it just takes it to the next higher level. And I love that feeling of our frequency going up. Thank you for this opportunity.
It's always a joy to see you, Diane. I know we get together now and then, but it's great to have you tonight. And for people who are just meeting Diane for the first time, please check out her website, madremedium.com. And we'll be answering some questions, as I said, later on in the show. But we do have a topic that we do want to talk about tonight because it reaches so many people. And Diane's going to share with us a story. But this week's theme is about guilt and regret and forgiveness and learning from the other side about maybe you have had some experiences about holding on to regret, not forgiving people. And we're going to be talking about that in today's show. I have a story also about forgiveness and how it really did help open up my intuition. But first, Diane, let's start the show off by hearing from you. And what can you share about today's theme?
Oh my goodness. This forgiveness is life-changing. Talking about elevating a frequency, forgiveness just raises that frequency to help you find a place of peace. So, my journey of forgiveness, and I've never told this story in public. So, Cheryl, I don't think
I am honored. I am honored.
It. I don't think you've heard it. Okay. So, when I was 2 years old, I was in a car wreck with my grandmother. My parents were Anyway, I was staying with my grandmother. My parents were snow skiing, having fun. And in the car wreck, my grandmother was driving. My head hit the windshield, and back. I'm sorry, y'all, but this is in the 50s. There's no seatbelts.
Right.
There's no carriers. You're
Right.
just,
There's no
you
child
know,
protective seats in the back seat. There's no rules or laws around that. No seat belts.
exactly. So when we hit the bridge, my head hit the windshield on the left hemisphere. And as you all know, the left hemisphere of the brain controls the right side of the body, and vice versa. So the blood clot on the left hemisphere paralyzed only the right side of my body.
And you were how old? Wait, let's pause. 2 years old.
Two. I remember none of this. Everything
Oh,
that I'm telling you up to a certain point is what was told me.
mm-hmm.
So I have no memories of it at all. So I'm paralyzed, and the doctors wanted to drill a hole in my skull in the 50s to release the pressure. And my mother said, no, no brain surgery. So anyway, I'm not sure how much time passed, but eventually the blood clot dissolved and went away. One of the things is when you are paralyzed, you don't grow.
No.
True. So my left side grew, my right side did not. And I asked my mom years later, in her older age, how long was I paralyzed? And she didn't remember. So I'm not sure. But when you're 2, you do a lot of growing.
Yeah.
So my left side grew, my right side did not. And then when the paralysis went away, my right side started growing. But there was already a discrepancy between the length, muscle tone. I don't know if you all can see. You can kind of put
Your
them
left,
together.
yeah.
So you can see there's a difference.
Yeah, your left hand is a little
It's
bit
big
wider or
and bigger.
bigger.
Yeah, yeah. And it's the same as my legs. I look like I have on 2 different legs because the length on my right is shorter, the muscle tone isn't toned. And so I don't know if you've noticed whenever we see each other, Cheryl, I'm either in pants or long dresses.
Okay. I didn't even think about it. Didn't
Yep.
even cross
And
my mind.
that's why to cover up those discrepancies. Okay. So when I was, 5 years old, I forgot about, I had to wear, you remember on
Oh,
Forrest Gump,
yes.
when he was running with the braces on his legs
Yes.
and they fell off?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I only had it on one leg. But I remember watching that movie anyway when that brace fell off, because that's exactly the brace that looked like that I had on as a child. I remember boo-hooing. But anyway, back to the
It
story.
must have touched you deeply when you saw that in the movie.
I boo-hooed. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
You know,
tears. Because he didn't need
flashbacks.
them anymore, too. It was just,
Mm-hmm.
it was just
Yeah.
wonderful feeling. So when I was 5, I wanted to be a ballerina. I got to take lessons, but of course, there's no such thing as a limping ballerina.
Yeah.
Mom took me for physical therapy, more or less. But in my
Right.
heart, I wanted to be a ballerina.
Um,
And then, of course, I blamed when am that age and I can't do the things I want, at least I thought I wanted to do, I blamed my grandmother.
For driving the
Driving,
car.
driving in the car, because she
And
was wanting me to sit down, and I told her no, I'm at the terrible twos. And when she reached over to make me sit down, she took the steering wheel with her. And that's when we hit the embankment of the bridge.
ooh,
So, so I blamed my grandmother. When I'll probably have to go back and forth.
that's all right.
Okay. When I started my spiritual journey, oh my gosh, that's another story we'll have to do another time. The mediumship, when it started. Anyway, that was with my soulmate dog. But anyway, back to blaming my grandmother. And I started my spiritual journey. My belief system that I read is that, and I know this might be too far out there for a lot of people, but it's just my belief system. I believe that we write our blueprint in spirit with our guides, our angels, our spirit family. I don't know who all's up there, but we come together, and I'm included, because I get to choose what my soul needs to learn here when I incarnate on the earth plane. And so when I realized I need to take responsibility for everything that happens in my life, there is no blame if I do that. There is no regret if I understand that. And so I knew in my heart, because it is my belief, that my grandmother and I had this conversation in spirit before we incarnated, that she would teach me how to love myself as I am. Because there were times growing up, especially through the teenage years, when you're made fun of, blah, blah, blah.
When you don't like yourself, when other people, you're very sensitive to, criticism or self-criticism. I mean, we're already hard on ourselves, I guess, as teenagers, right?
Yes, absolutely. That's
So
right.
you carried that. Yeah. Wow.
So when I realized that I chose this, first I had to forgive my grandmother before I got to my spiritual path. I forgave her for all this. And then when I started my spiritual path, I understood that I created this for my soul's growth, and she was in agreement to it. Then I realized I've gone past the place of regret, blame, shame, all those lower frequencies, and I'd already forgiven her, that I got to a place of gratitude for her agreeing to this, on an earth plane, horrific thing that I got. So I told my grandmother, thank you.
Yeah. How, I have my Kleenex with me. I'm just, for everyone, I'm just grabbing a tissue. You can, if you have me close up, you can see my eyes are watering. But how did you get to that place, Diane, of realizing that you are responsible and that you created, and then you have, I mean, and gratitude, that's incredible. If we could break it down just like one step at a time, like how did you first even have that insight,
Well,
that part of your spiritual path, that this was a lesson for you?
yes,
Yeah.
one, because I've had many spiritual teachers, through my decades. And the one that stood out for me is Carolyn Mace,
Oh,
MYSS, Carolyn Mace.
how many
On,
people, let's pause. How many people know
okay, good.
Carolyn Mace or know of Carolyn Mace? We'd love them to just type in yes or type in the name Carolyn. If you are aware of her, Carolyn Mace, and that's spelled MYSS. Beautiful, beautiful spiritual teacher. So she's the one that helped you, Diane.
Yes, with Sacred Contracts.
Oh, Sacred Contracts.
And there's other of her books. Oh, I see now. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Eric.
Hi, Debbie. Hi, Taka. Hi, Eric. Hi, Me and My Shadow.
Yeah.
Hi, Labyrinth. Oh, so many people. Hi, Liz. So many nice people. Hi, Charlene. So Carolyn May's Sacred Contracts.
That was my beginning. She planted the seeds for me. But of course, there was back in the day, Shirley MacLaine out on a limb and all of her stuff. I'm telling my age here. Cheryl, this is a side note. I will be, that's it. I will turn 70 this month.
You are.
This month, June. Can you believe that?
No.
So it is decades. I know this camera. I love this camera because it takes away these wrinkles that I've earned.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. So by reading books, by going to seminars, by listening to things like this, was and will continue to be my spiritual path. I'm still on it. It is until our last breath, we are here to learn. And part of the stages of learning is forgiveness.
Wow. And forgiveness yourself, because you forgave your grandmother, which is life-changing. Let's not make that light of that, but then, Diane, you have to live with yourself. So here we are. You have to forgive yourself, right? You have
absolutely. And blaming her. I mean, my grandmother's name, we called her Bobo. There was Bobo and Popo. Anyway,
Love Bobo
and my other Bobo and Popo had a dog named Coco. I kid you not. But anyway,
well, that's a children's book right there. Okay, Diane, we're not going any further.
Oh my God.
That's so funny.
She did not drive the car until I remember when I forgave her. I was in my 20s, and I remember going over to Bobo's because she did not drive ever.
She didn't drive after that.
She quit.
Oh, that's paralyzing.
Yes.
For her.
Yes.
And loved ones,
Yes. But in my 20s, I don't remember how old my exact age. I went over there, to Bobo and Popo's, and I said, Bobo, I'm going to teach you how to drive again.
Oh my.
And we did. It was just around the block. And then, to the grocery store, which was right down, not too far, and back. But it was an action step in showing forgiveness. I mean, you can say it with your mouth, but when you show it.
Yeah. I mean, here you are, you were saying to teach her to drive again. You were saying, let me teach you to drive again. You were giving her permission to get behind the wheel and to maybe get her independence back.
Absolutely.
Or her identity. I mean, this is who we are. We drive cars. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
A lot of people, Eric is saying he still can't drive. It paralyzes him. And Eric lives in LA. A lot of people, I've heard this. I've heard a lot of people just, it's hard to drive in LA. It's crazy out there. But be careful, everyone. How did your grandmother respond when you told her you wanted to teach her how to drive?
She told me no.
She told you no.
She told me no. It was like she was blaming herself. She was having regrets.
We forget about the other person,
Yes. And so it took a while for her to change her mind to allow me to help her get that confidence and drive again. It finally happened.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what you're telling us is that, forgiveness touches many people, Yeah.
Yes. Because, it's her son is my father.
So her son is your father.
Yes. My grandmother, Bobo, her son is my father. So it's like the family, especially on that side of the family, saw changes happening between the dynamics of the family. It's like the blame dissipated.
Wow.
And, I used to, and I'm working on it, shame of being so different. Physically different, that I'm working constantly on learning how to love myself as I am. That's a lifelong lesson. Lifelong.
And it might have been, it says, wow, what an intricate interaction between family members. It's kind of like watching the light come back in the house, or watching you see the shadow or the darkness leave, and people, start bringing in more light and love. I mean, you could probably see the whole family change. As you mentioned, it was grandmother, and then grandfather, and your dad.
Yes. And like my grandfather, he didn't have to do all the driving anymore, because my grandmother would start taking on little trips after that point. So it changed their life. Because when you're responsible for one person for, it's a lot. And so it shifts.
Yeah.
Forgiveness is a frequency. And it shifts. And of course, I also believe, and this comes from Bashar. I love Bashar, BASHAR.org. Bashar says that wherever and it resonates with me. But wherever our frequency is, that becomes our reality of what we see. Because everybody's reality is different depending on, according to Bashar, which resonates, that's your choice of reality by your frequency. And your frequency is connected to your beliefs, your thoughts, and how you take in and integrate whatever the lesson is. And there's usually pain associated with every lesson that comes in. And oh, am I going on too long?
No, I was just going to pause and say,
Oh, good.
Eric is saying forgiveness is a frequency. Beautiful. Thank you. I'm looking for Kleenex. Oh my God. This is like a 5 Kleenex show today. I don't know. I don't even have any. I need to have a box right in front of me when we have you on the show again, Diane. Oh my God. These stories are just so powerful. And,
Well,
let me just add that.
okay.
So what you're mentioning about Bashar, it sounds like, if this is right, that we're all like radio antennas, right? We're sending out the signal. And if we have forgiveness in our hearts, or, the compassion to forgive, that goes out and that becomes our reality, right? We are emitting that frequency. Right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what I want to add on that is, in a sense, in reality, life-changing is, I hope my husband can't hear me. Because this is my third marriage. So my first marriage, he was abusive. And what I realized, the lesson in that, is that at that point in my life, I did not love myself. He reflected back to me about, you're unlovable.
That's hard to take in. Okay, just a moment. That's hard to take in, Diane.
Yeah, I haven't told
Breathe.
you,
Everybody take
Cheryl.
a breath. That's a tough one. That's so hard. And I mean, your insight and maturity to even realize that, because I'm going to ask you how you came to this realization, but continue on with the story. So you were in an unhappy marriage. It's your first marriage. Yeah.
So I, little by little, started my spiritual path. Seeds are planted, the integration, etc. But as I learned to love myself, I started realizing, by me staying in this abusive, not unhappy, abusive relationship, am I loving myself, or am I getting beat up?
Asking yourself that question is eye-opening. That's one of those light bulb moments, right? Where you are, wait a minute, what am I doing here?
So once I started learning to love myself, I was going, now wait a minute. I didn't deserve that. I don't deserve that. No, it's not my fault. And eventually I said, okay, God, I got it. I don't need this lesson anymore. I'm loving myself
Mm.
enough
Mm.
to leave.
That is so true. You have to love yourself even more than ever, deeper than ever to make that change, to
Mm-hmm.
make that move. You have to love yourself enough to pick yourself up, right, and walk
Mm-hmm.
out that door, walk out that relationship.
Yes, yes. But you also, with this knowledge, like it's a template of wisdom, you, I, let's keep with I need to put that same template about learning, agreeing to. So before I incarnated in spirit with my spirit team, whatever, because we don't know, we're just giving it words, names. Blueprint, I am to learn to love myself as I am. That I was in agreement with this man
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
for this kind of conflict to happen. So I did go through all those stages, but then I got to the spiritual part of, oh my God, this was a contract he and I had. So I do not, even though it sounded like I did, there's residual because of pain, but I have gotten to a place. I went to the forgiveness, then I went beyond. Thank you for agreeing to go through this traumatic experience.
Mm-hmm.
So I had the opportunity to learn to love myself enough to walk away.
Right, right. And look, this is part of a spiritual path journey that you're talking about. This is part of a path where, for those of you listening and just tuning in, I mean, we are talking about guilt and regret and forgiveness. That's our theme today. We have Diane Burton with us, an amazing spiritual mentor, medium, and teacher. But she's telling us or teaching us through her own life experiences. As you're mentioning, Diane, when you step on that spiritual path, it really helped you or allowed you to be responsible for your own self, but also to have gratitude and try to be better or learn from, right? We have to learn, right? Or we still carry those things around with us, those negative feelings or the guilt or as we mentioned, the regret, the non-forgiving. We carry those around until we have learned our lesson or until we've learned a lesson from them. And then they
Yeah.
begin to open up, and that's our path, right? That's everyone's path, is not everyone's story. So we really appreciate your vulnerability today, you sharing your story with us. And so you did leave this relationship just to continue. You left this relationship. You pulled yourself up. You're on the spiritual path. You're like, hey, I got to listen, Here we are listening.
Yes, yes. And everybody comes here to learn, just like the Dolores Cannon. Gosh, this is Earth School. We're
Yeah.
here to learn.
Yeah. You learned
Yeah.
forgiveness from your grandmother and have gratitude, and also from this first husband, which is big. A lot of people, I mean, I think people in general it's hard to leave a relationship, that maybe were you in that for a long time? I mean, it doesn't matter, but the
Yeah.
longer, the harder it might be to leave even. I'm not quite sure if that's true, but
Yeah. I think it was 5 years,
that's,
but if I hadn't have left and loved myself, I could be dead.
wow, yeah.
So it was almost, like I want to live.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to learn to love myself as I am.
Wow. This is such an eye-opening experience because also when we learn to forgive, we allow more spirit in our lives, right? We allow more compassion in our lives. We allow our own selves to be involved in our own lives. Like I allow my intuition to grow when I forgive myself and others. I allow the freedom to happen, to connect to spirit world.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the spirit world or the universe, God, source, energy knows that if we want to embrace, the spirit world and ourselves, our own intuition, that this is a part of the journey that we all walk
Mm-hmm.
in one way. And sometimes we help each other, right? Sometimes we do it on our own. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a beautiful, beautiful story. I know there's so much more there, Diane, to take. And
Oh, yeah.
well, I don't know. I don't know. I want to have you back on to share some more of these stories, but let me just finish this because we'll do a couple of readings here next. But Diane, I
And
want you to tell our audience, like, do you think you would have taken the mediumship route or something? Do you think you would have gone that way had you not done these things prior, or do you think your connection would not be as strong, or
the
how has it helped you? It's freed you. Absolutely.
the the mediumship is a whole nother bubble.
Mm.
And I'm sure, like a Venn diagram, the overlap. I'm sure there's a section in here of the overlapping of the two circles that the mediumship and this have come together, but I haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I had to go with the mediumship, I had to let go of religion. For me,
Mhm.
the the this is wrong. This is, throw rocks at her. I had to, because in the religion I grew up, this was a no. So I
Right.
had to go through a whole separate of releasing
Mhm.
the non-truth and go within and find out my own truth instead of someone telling me
Well,
what the truth is.
this is key. This is key right now for everyone watching our show and listening. I really want them to hear that right now in our year, in our world, times are happening. This is a historical moment. And this is a non-truth realization. We are all having to look for our own non-truth. Do we still believe in what we used to believe in? Which way do we want to go? Like, how do we want to care for ourselves and our planet and the world? We really are asking those tough questions. Right now, I think it is the time where we are kind of dissimulating and integrating new ideas and searching for the truth, right? And as you mentioned, it's your truth, it's my
Mm-hmm.
truth, it's an individual truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has their truth. But that's the journey, is to discover yours and like know thyself, right? Know thyself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I know, Cheryl, you had mentioned earlier you have a story too, and I've taken up so much time.
I have a
Is now a good
well,
time?
there's so many stories that we're gonna have another. We're gonna have more time for more stories, but thank you. But look, the key here for people is the takeaway is to think about guilt and regret and forgiveness as something to learn from, something to grow from, something your spirit is asking you to love more, to have more compassion. And it's not easy. It's not like we're making this easy. This is a journey for everyone. But wow, what a discovery, and how we help other people when we forgive, right? When we forgive not only them, but ourselves or whomever it is you're forgiving. So we ask everyone for that. Yeah, I do want to share with people, because I do feel we have some people on the call that are asking for readings, Diane, and I want to honor that. So let's do a couple of readings. We'll start with one. And look, folks, if you can ask a question, it not just open to a reading, but what is it that you would like a reading on? Do you want to ask us a question where Diane and I could kind of get right to the point, so that way we could do some rapid readings or rapid mini readings? We could kind of answer just more than a couple here. So let's take Eric for a moment. Hi, Eric. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you so much. Eric is asking, I'm going through multiple challenges. Are there any messages from me, especially around job and work? Thank you. Can I take that one? Because I felt, Eric,
Yes.
I'll start, and then Diane, please jump in. Eric, I do feel very connected to guides. I don't know if you're with Archangel Michael or not, but I felt Michael stepping in, because he's all about the job. He's all about the work. And talking about gratitude, I feel like there's something around you having gratitude for your abilities. Meaning I feel like you might be outgrowing this job, Eric. Not that you shouldn't keep it, not that you need to leave it. I think for right now, you want to keep it. That's what I'm hearing. Like, keep the job, but think about challenging yourself more, kind of stepping out of your own way, right? And asking the universe for what it is that you want, and letting them know what you want if you have that certain passion, that dream, and move forward with that, because that's what I'm hearing is you're very talented, very creative, Eric. So I hope that helps. And Diane, do you want to?
I want to add one more word, and it was coming up, this word over and over again. And you said it, Cheryl. Passion.
Excuse me. As the music sounds, that spirit.
Michael's going, yeah. The word passion has such a high frequency. And we weigh out so many times a job or whatever for passion. And following passion for me has always come out for the better.
I think it's kind of scary for people, because when they step into their passion, they're stepping into the truth about themselves. And that's vulnerable, to kind of say, hey, this is me. I'm passionate about what that is. But really, that's where all the energy is. The energy is helping you with that passion. The energy is behind you, supporting you with your passion.
Yes. And the like Cheryl said, don't quit your job. But on the side, follow that passion, and that energy will keep growing and growing and manifesting, and just keep pointing towards passion. Always follow your passion.
Thank you.
Little bit, or just one way or another.
Eric says, thank you both very much. I needed this message, and to know my angel is Michael. Blessed be. Absolutely. You're welcome. Yeah. Let's go to this question with, this is Vivian, but it's Taka Vivian. Hello, Taka. What do my spirit guides want me to know? Ooh, and I love it. She wrote in at 444. I'm loving this number. I'm loving this. I feel it Diane, you go. You start. What? Or,
Okay.
and I'll start after you. But what
Okay, because
do?
I do want you to
Oh,
join.
yes. What does Vivian's spirit guides want her to know?
First, I can I ask her a question?
Yes.
Uh, uh, and it's Vivian, did you say?
Yes. Vivian. Yes. She let me
Okay.
know that was her.
How much does she meditate each?
Ooh, Vivian, how much do you meditate? And we'll wait to hear from you. How much do you meditate, or how often do you meditate, I guess? And then we'll just, it's a little bit of a delay with
Yeah.
Facebook, but that's okay. Yes, lots of questions about spirit guides. So maybe she'll get back to us in just a moment. But she says an hour a day.
Okay.
Kudos.
Kudos. in in her meditations, has she started doing the automatic writing yet?
Hmm. So, Vivian, I am sure an hour a day. Vivian, are you doing the automatic writing yet? Let us know. Let Diane know. Not yet.
All right. It is time.
It is time.
It is time. Just put, you can, there's many places to learn about it, but you will do your own way and just put the pen in your hand or pencil, whatever. And these words will just flow through you. And when they do, write them down.
It sounds very poetic. She says, okay, thank you very much. It sounds like you are being nudged by your guides, Vivian, to begin automatic writing. And as Diane mentioned, a word, a word. It's how we all start, with a word.
And that word will turn into a phrase and then a sentence and then paragraphs. And I see you sharing what you're getting through the automatic writing. In the future, someone will be interested, or you'll share, or they needed to hear that something. So there's so much potential right there just waiting for you.
I feel that potential there. Thank you. That was lovely, Diane. And Vivian, I feel there is an angel with you named Mother Maria. And it's about like sharing your gifts. That's how I felt her to be, is that your presence is of a mentor, is of a teacher. You have that teacher energy about you. So look, just being who you are naturally, I believe you give off that vibe. So when you're around people who are listening, because we need, if people want to listen, right, that you have such wisdom and such knowledge. That's what I'm hearing for you. So if you have never connected with this Mother Maria feeling, sit with that in your next meditation and see if you can receive that message or receive more insight from her. All right.
That was beautiful, Cheryl.
Thank you, Diane. Thank you. We do have time for more readings, so let's just see here. Let's see here. Let's answer this one from Stephanie. Yes, I speak with Mother Maria frequently.
Oh my gosh. Confirmation. Ding, ding, ding. I love it.
That's wonderful. Thank you for validating that. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. Well, there we are. I mean, you are that goddess energy. So it is about passing on that knowledge and connecting. So thank you, Vivian. Thank you. And let's move to Stephanie. Do you see my business picking up? Real estate agent. It has been so slow. Diane, or do we see her business picking up? She's a real estate agent.
I'll let you go first, Cheryl.
I do. Actually, I do feel it picking up, but there's something that we have to step back on. Like, I feel like I have to go back with either working with someone else or working for yourself, but that's how I feel it. I'm like, yes, it will pick up. But I either feel, Stephanie, you recently, like in the last 6 months or so, changed your work environment or even your office setting. And I'm hearing, no, 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 the energy is to go back around. Like you had it right the first time. That's what I'm hearing. Or you had it right before. I want to hear that. Like, did you move or move around the block? There's some current of energy. I feel like working with your energy in your office space, like feng shui, or yes, like feng shui, or I don't know, decluttering, what, how, lightening up, moving energetically, bringing in something beautiful, a stone or a plant into your office, just something, beautiful that you like. It doesn't have to be too big. And like your car or the vehicle you use, like do something different with that, whether you add a crystal there, or I don't know, you put a fresh fragrance in there. There's something about that energy needs to move and be cleared. That's what I'm getting. They moved our desk. How about that? My partner is my sister. They moved our desk. Yes, there's something about that. And Diane, what are you getting for Stephanie?
Well, I also approach this from a spiritual wisdom aspect and mediumship, but the what Cheryl said about the feng shui, it is also setting intentions, which that's what feng shui is, the movement, the energy moving, setting an intention. It's like working on your mindset, because what is here is what will be there with our lessons in life. And to know that, especially real estate, other things like that carry that kind of energy, it is normal for ups and downs, the slow, it's high, and that acceptance that that's what is and will always be, is the ebb and flow of the real estate, of the highs and lows. Because when you accept that that's what is, instead of resisting or thinking something's wrong, because it's not, it is in this natural flow, and get to the mindset and do the clearing that Cheryl was talking about, the moving of energy. And all is well.
I think that, Stephanie, you're also going through that transformation. This is how I'm hearing it. Like this is actually an opportune time for Stephanie, like you said, Diane, to accept or allow what is. Like we all have to do that. We have to say, look, this is just what it is, and have gratitude and be present with it. And that alone releases so much worry, so much questioning, frustration, like, and be in the freedom of what is in the moment, and let that kind of do its own clearing. So I love the way you mentioned that, Diane. And thank you, Stephanie. We love your questions, Stephanie and Vivian and Eric. We had those beautiful readings we did today. If we didn't answer your question today, please join us next week. We will be doing more questions. But before we go, I want to just tell everyone about our events coming up. And Diane, can you give us information on how to contact you? How do people reach you for a private reading on Zoom, or your teaching classes? What is your contact information, please?
Yes. madremedium.com, and all the information is on there. And yeah, Madre, when I lived in LA, we lived in Sierra Madre, and I think, was it Eric that lives in LA?
Oh,
I don't know if Eric knows Sierra Madre, which is near Pasadena. Anyway, that's where I got the Madre. Sierra Madre.
I love it.
MadreMedium.com, and
I love
you
it.
can find out all the info there.
Thank you. Thank you, Diane. It's such a joy to have you on the show. Before we let everyone go, we want to thank everyone. I just want to quickly say I have a wonderful small group reading event. It's coming up June 11th. It's my Circle of Love small group readings where everybody gets a reading. It's just limited to 6 people, so please grab a ticket. Also, I do private readings myself on Zoom and by phone. I again check out my website at mediumcheryl.com and sign up for my newsletter. Also, join me across the social platforms. Once again, if you enjoy our show, Seeing Beyond Living Transformed, please share this on your own social platforms. But please like us, follow, subscribe. We love our listeners, and we are so asking and inviting more people to join us every Wednesday, 4 p.m. Pacific and 7 p.m. Eastern. And for Kelley Eckhart, well, she'll be back next week. And Diane, it's been such a joy to have you. I know everyone just loved the stories. I'm going to bring a box of Kleenex next time. It's amazing. It's emotional. Our topic for today. So thank you for gifting us with your life and your lessons. We appreciate your spirit. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity, Cheryl. I
You're
love
welcome.
you.
Thank you. I love you too. Love you back. And for everyone, we love you as well. Namaste, everyone. Have a beautiful, soul-filled week. And we will see you again next Wednesday on Seeing Beyond Living Transformed.
Thank you.